Good evening, everyone. Welcome, everyone, to the live Team Alliance training session for Sunday, October 4th. Time right now is approximately 10:36 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Before we get started with tonight's training, as usual, I'd like to welcome our new students, those of you who are joining us for the first time in training, whether you're here in attendance with us live tonight or you're watching the replay of this. You've definitely made a wise decision choosing to train here. This is a very life-changing experience that you're going to have. The skill set is powerful, and it's going to lead to your freedom. And you're basically going to just have to plug in, commit, take it seriously in order for the process to work and do what it does. Okay, this is something that you don't have to try to change anything. You don't got to add to it, and you don't got to take nothing away from it. Just let it be. What you do have to do is follow directions and follow instructions without really questioning, oh, why you keep telling me to do that? Just do it, because there's a specific reason if you're being told to do something over and over again. Okay, that's on purpose. That's not accidental or coincidental. So don't be resistant to that, because there is definitely a purpose and a reason for specific things that you're told to do and for the specific instructions that you're given. All right? Just focus. That's all. Just focus, plug in. Live training is awesome. The fact that you guys can watch the replay of it, you can engage in the live training if you attend live as well. It's very powerful, because what it does is reinforce everything that you're learning in the training itself, which is actually in training number 301. 301 is the training. 301 mindset is the video that you need to have on repeat every single day. Those two videos in particular, you need to be watching, listening to on the daily. The fact that you can attend live training helps to reinforce what you're learning in that video, 301. The group chat is reinforcing what you're learning in that video, 301. The live studies that we do in the group chat, where we are sharing recordings, that is a part of training. So everything is interconnected and contributing to the growth collectively of us as a group within the skill set that we actually have. And it's very important that you plug in. This is why I tell you guys to stay close to the fire, because what I'm saying by telling you that is to stay connected to everything that we're doing in order to grow and in order to elevate. Okay? It's very important that you do that. And I'm just boxing this in because I want to look and see how this market is moving right now. Observation is what we do. I'm not teaching you how to trade. Market is still not stable. And you can see that the timing of it is towards the end of the binary also. I'm not teaching you how to trade. I'm teaching you how to observe. Just like what I did just now. To the unskilled person, if they were looking for a trade, they could have looked at that just now like, ooh, that's a trade. It's setting up to go down, setting up for a sell. Now, this is exactly why I don't teach you setups. I don't teach you setups. What I teach you is how to interpret the movement. You need to understand what the behavior is like. And in order to know what the behavior is like, you need to watch. So if you're spending your time trying to take trades, you can't observe the market because you're busy trying to get into a trade. And this is exactly why people fail in this industry. It's because they don't know that. Now, everything that you're being told and taught throughout training as I mentioned, is done specifically the way that it is for a reason. So it's very important that you follow the instructions. What's the first instruction I gave you? 301 mindset on repeat. You need to be doing that every day. If you can't attend live training and you want to watch the replay, that's fine. You can watch the replay of the previous night's training. Nothing wrong with that. Should you be watching other trainings in the playlist? No. But Mark, there's 700 trainings. Why not? Because I didn't tell you to do that. Now, there will come a time where you do that. You take it upon yourself to do it. But that's only in time, and you'll know when the time is right. In the meantime, you shouldn't be doing that. Don't hop around in the playlist watching other videos because you're going to slow down your progress. 301 and 301 Mindset are the only two videos for now that you need to watch. If you want to do anything else, I only suggest that you watch the previous night's training. That's it. You don't have to do anything else. Well, Mark, I'm not sure when to take the trade. I know you're not sure because you're not training. See, just the fact that you're saying that means that you're in trade mode. And you don't need to be in trade mode. You need to be in market mode. How is the market moving? What is the market's behavior? What's the environment that you're in? What does it mean? What does it mean? What's MRMH? Have you seen it? Have you seen it? Tell me, have you seen it? All right, let me stop. Have you seen it, though? See, until you understand. Listen, don't encourage me. Until you actually have seen it and observed it for yourself, then you really don't know what it is yet. See? Oh, well, Mark, can I see an example of it? Which videos have MRMH in it? I'm not telling you which videos have MRMH in it because you need to understand the process. You need to know how to actually do it. Oh, thank you, Ramon. And no, it is not set. Telling me 10, 15 minutes later, but it's all good. At least you said so. I asked you, the pen told me. Ain't nobody said nothing. Yo, y'all are the worst. Oh, my gosh. That was like 10 minutes ago. But thank you, Ramon. Yeah, I will do it this time. But the process that allows you to see MRMH is what you actually need to feel good about arriving at the ability to do. Like, I don't want you to feel good and celebrate because you took a trade. Because my question is going to be, well, why'd you take that trade? Make sense? It's not about you taking a trade. Oh, well, look, here, take a look at this trade. Look at my entry. How was my entry? Was my entry good? I'm really not looking at your entry. What am I looking at when you take the trade? Somebody tell me. If you send me a video right now of a trade you took, what am I looking at? That's it. I'm looking to see if it was stable. I'm looking to see how the market looked. That's what I'm looking at. So what you want to celebrate is the ability to recognize stability. The ability to recognize the right time to be in a trade. Not taking a good trade. There's no such thing. There is no such thing as a good trade, period. You only have good or bad timing. That's it. So you're learning how to recognize good timing so that you will only see trades at the right time. Does that make sense? It makes sense. It definitely makes sense. So throughout training, if you guys have questions, please feel free to ask whatever your questions are. I am definitely always listening to the questions, and my goal is to get you to ask market questions, not trade questions. Because the closer that you're getting to the market, you'll begin to ask market-related questions. Instead of asking questions about how to get in or how the timing of the entry into the trade was. None of that makes any difference. It doesn't make any sense yet. It's not about the timing of the entry or the trade and this and that. This is why parameters are the last thing you do. There's a reason for that. It's because the first things that you have done lead up to recognizing stability in the market first. And in reality, you're looking to see the market become stable as a condition. So what we're going to do today is actually talk about that more. Condition. I think that this is going to help to elevate a lot of you in your understanding of what you're looking for and learning what it looks and feels like in the market, just overall. Okay? So like I said, if you guys have questions, feel free to ask. You cannot ask what MRMH is because that's what you're learning in 301. Okay? And aside from that, we'll be doing some exercises, and I'll probably throw in some exams and stuff like that. All right? Alrighty. And yes, we want to become stability specialists. That's right. Weighting specialists. Absolutely. Absolutely. So between 301 mindset and 301, it's like a 1-2 punch. The 301 mindset is conditioning your mind. It's molding you so that mentally you are prepared to execute the process. And that is so important. Execution. Ashton, why was stability born after 301? It was never mentioned in 301. It was mentioned in 301 many times. You know what's funny? I guarantee you the next time that you play 301, you'll hear the word. Literally. Isn't it crazy? Ain't that crazy? See, that's why you can't watch something like 2 or 3 times. Because there's so much that you miss. So much. Yep, it is mentioned, man. All right, we're going to do an exercise. This 1731 strike, is the market going to stay underneath here? Here, let me box it in. And just type in yes or no. Is the market going to stay underneath here? Yes or no? And I'm getting the majority of yeses. I got Sadiq, Nico, Eric, Kimmy, and Ramon, and Danny G. Right, yeah, right, all after the fact, right? So it was split. Half yes, half no. J. Carey talked about her computer froze. Oh, man. Y'all crazy. All right, so everybody that said yes was correct. What was the question? Oh, I said, was it going to stay below, right? All right, cool. All right, so the yeses have it. All right, now, everybody that said yes, were you fully confident in the yes? And type yes or no. Were you fully confident in the yes? David Jr. said not fully. J. Carly, no. Lewis, Liza, yes. Charles, yes. Doug Bilal. He said, lucky guess for the yeses. Ooh, look what we have here. Whoa, man. Listen, Jermaine been on it as of late, man, I must say. He been on it. I'm going to wait before I read that, though. Rob says sort of. And welcome back, Rob. Rob will be sticking with us this time, I believe. Yes, sir. That was a powerful post that you put in the group chat, Rob. That was really good stuff, man. It's so funny. It's the type of stuff we talk about all the time. All right, so I'm gonna read what Jermaine said. He said no study yet. Woo, that's hard. Now, what does he mean by that? He said no study of behavior yet. What does that mean? Somebody tell me what that means, please. Ooh, yeah, boy. There it is. There it is. Look what everybody's saying. See, we have not observed long enough. Very good. Very good. Jermaine is on point. And it's okay. Like, you you don't have to feel like, oh, but I should have known if it was stable or not. No, you haven't observed long enough to know if it's stable or not. You have to see more. So therefore, if I'm forcing you to make a decision and you don't have enough information, what does the decision become? If I'm forcing you to make a decision, right. Look at what Nico said. See, if you don't have enough information, it's a coin flip. That's what it is. Because you're making your best guesstimate. Charles said coerced. Oh, that is hilarious. He's like coercion, man. But yeah, so if there's not enough information as of yet, then it becomes a coin flip if you are making the decision based on actually taking the trade. You just don't have enough information yet. You have not observed long enough. And that's cool. See, that's why I love to do these exams, because it's testing two things. It's testing what you actually are seeing and what your interpretation of it is right now. And it is making you recognize and identify what you're doing by me testing you. In other words, when you respond to the question, the fact that you know that it's a coin flip based on the fact that you don't have enough information, that's the value, knowing that. And I want you to notice something else. Did y'all notice how the responses were split? Literally. Half were yes, half were no. What'd that sound like? That right there show you it's a coin flip. Right? Guessing, yes. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Very good. Very good. Rob, is stable due to the prior move and holds in the position. Well, we haven't made the determination that it's fully stable yet. We need to continue to observe in order to recognize that it is stable indeed. And then after we recognize that, if a trade unfolds, it will do so through the parameters that we use. And then that becomes MRMH, which basically means that now you have permission if another trade comes to take that one. You see? Yep. And this is process. Jay Carly said something interesting. I'm going to look at position if we need an answer right away. Of course. Of course. And again, looking at the position based on what you've already seen as far as information. So you can only go off of the information that you have. And you're using that and applying your knowledge to make a determination, basically making the best guess. But it's still a guess nevertheless, because we don't have enough information yet. And that's why it's okay for when you come on to just observe. Like, you don't have to do anything right away just because you think the market is stable. And y'all know what I'm talking about. Sometimes you get on the platform and you're like, oh, the market looks stable. Well, the market looks stable is not the same as the market is stable. You need to observe. And it's okay to observe. It's all right. It's not wrong with waiting. Oh, man, I want to miss it. You don't want to miss what? When the market is going to give the trade up, it will. You need to be sure that you're recognizing that the trade that it gives up is at the right time. That's your job. To recognize that the trade it gives up is at the right time. Man, oh man. And yes, all the time, looks can always be deceiving. That is a fact. That is a fact. All right, so we got a little exercise coming up here. We're going to see where this positions itself. This is going to be good. All right. Now, this is positioned underneath this strike. Is this going to hold underneath this strike? Is this price going to stay under this line? Yes or no? Type your response. Yes or no. I don't see any no's. Everybody is yes all the way. Interesting. How would you describe that movement? With one word. Stability all day. Stability. Yes. I like that. There we go. Dougie, excellent. Committed. Jamal, excellent. Consistent. Excellent. Excellent. Charles said fluid. And there wasn't a lot of fluidity in it because it wasn't continuous movement, but it was move, stay, move, stay, and then it just stayed. That's a type of movement. Sometimes the movement is more continuous, and each move continuously will stay. Sometimes there are more or less of the moves. Y'all understand what I'm describing, right? Like, you see how I'm kind of going through different variations of what you just saw? But the key is that it's staying. So the staying power is the level of stability that you have present in the market, period. That can only happen when stability is a condition in the market. Here comes the light bulb right now. The light bulbs are coming on. Condition. This is what I said at the beginning of the training that I wanted to focus on tonight. When the condition in the market is stable, you begin to see all of the different variations of how stability manifests. It's in a stable condition. Yes, Steve is on it. It doesn't matter what the environment is. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, we're going to elevate tonight. He said fluidity sound like the name of a 90s rapper. Wow. Rob, yes. Yes. You want a slow condition because that's what you are introduced to as far as the environment goes when you're learning. So in 301, it is teaching you how to recognize stability by waiting for the market to slow down first. Why? Because it is easier for you to see stability when the market is slower. Now, notice what I'm saying. I said it's easier for you to see what? Stability when the market is slower. So we realize that slow and stability are two separate things. Slow is the environment. That's how fast or slow it's moving. Right? Market's moving slow, moving fast, moving somewhere in between, whatever it's doing. Regardless of how fast or slow it's moving, it may not be stable. Right? You can have a slow market and it ain't stable. All the slow market does is help you to recognize when it is stable because the market is moving slower. So it's easier for you to pick up on when it stabilizes. You see, it's easier for you to pick up on the move and the hold. Every time it moves, it's staying. You can see the staying power with more precision in the slower market when you are new, when this is introduced to you. And what happens is over time, what you're really learning how to do is recognize stability, period. So you actually elevate and you see it when the market is fast as well. Now, does that mean that, we take trades in the fast market? It's not that we take trades in the fast market. We take trades in a stable market, period. And the key to that is understanding it makes no difference if the market is fast or slow if you recognize stability being present in the market at the time. Does that make sense? And you said, would trades thus pick up? I'm not sure what you're asking there. What are you talking about? Ask that again. I think that might be a typo. That trades will come with TA mindset. Would it lead to more trades? You are not looking for more trades. And I understand why you're asking that. because it seems like there are not a lot of trades when you're waiting for the market to slow down, and that is not true. So I'm going to say no to that question because I don't want you to get the impression that, oh, I'm going to make sure I trade when the market is fast so I can have more trades. That's not what it's about. The whole purpose of this is not more trades. The whole purpose of this is identifying stability in order to trade. Period. So don't think that, oh, well, we could take trades when the market is fast too. Automatically, that's more trades. If there's more stability present in the overall market, that ultimately would lead to more trades if the market positions itself and does everything else that we needed to do, regardless. So I don't want you to have that at the core of being introduced to what I'm talking about now. And thank you, Sadiq. I was looking at that. I was like, I'm waiting for him to correct that. Like he just said pawns. Oh, y'all are funny. Jamal, would you say stability is not just one micro at a time, but consistency? Absolutely. But you see, and y'all are funny because y'all like to ask questions you know the answer to already. Because you already know the answer to that. Remember that the environment that you're in will determine ultimately the way that you're seeing the trade unfold when the trade does unfold. So looking at the market as far as speed goes, if you know that you're in a faster environment, then the things that would apply in the slow environment are not exactly the same. And I'm just talking about as far as the terminology. For example, speed burst. A speed burst represents bad behavior in a slow market. Yes? Now, if the market is in a faster environment, what you would see as a speed burst in the slow market could just be the movement of the market in the faster environment. And the question is not whether or not that makes a difference. The question is it stable? So this is what I'm saying as far as being able to recognize stability regardless of the environment. There will be times when the market is moving with so much power and force that the moves are big. 3 micropips, 4 micropips at a time. But you've already identified that the market is stable, and every time it goes, wherever it goes, it stays. And that's how these moves turn into power moves, because it's like, listen, this right here is going. Grand slam. That's the way that the movement is. When the acceleration in the market is present with stability, it's a power move. When acceleration is present without stability, it's erratic behavior. Market be doing all type of stuff, all type of wicks on the candle, all of that. Right? So that goes to show you that it's not the environment that dictates the movement of the market. It exacerbates the movement of the market. See, acceleration can exacerbate bad behavior. It make it look real messy. acceleration also makes good behavior look beautiful. Like, whoa, look at that. That thing is going, going, going. ain't coming nowhere back near this strike. Those moves. and that's actually a legitimate word. Exacerbate is a word. Yes, it is. Google it. Yep. But anyway, basically what it means is that it'll magnify the move. It will exaggerate the move. And it could be that, but sometimes worse is better. So if speed is exacerbating stability, it's making stability worse, which is good. Like, ooh, that's even worse stability than it was already there. So we're gonna flip it around. Which way is up? That's the word I was looking for. Thank you, Ramon. Ramon was like, listen, let's take it back to 89, man. Let's keep it simple. Yes, it amplifies. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, that is a good word to use. So, Rob said he thought it was something you hear in the ER. Excuse me. Ramon, now instability in a fast environment is noticeable. Yes. Yes. And now what is also happening is your fear of speed it goes away because you realize that it's not speed that is the problem in the first place. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold up. Let's just take a moment to process that. Whoa. Yeah, did y'all catch that just now? Oh my God. I'm telling y'all, this is gonna be a good one tonight. Yes, look at what Leanne just said. It's behavior then. Bingo. Ding, 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 ding. Always. I forgot what training it was. It might have been it was last week. One of the trainers I said that phase 2 was in the middle for a reason. What's phase 2? Behavior. It's in the middle. You got phase 1 and you got phase 3, right? What's phase 1? Environment. What's phase 3? The parameters. What's in the middle? Stability. Behavior. That's the key. You can't have it. In other words, the speed don't matter without stability. Parameters don't matter without stability. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's it. Yes, behavior is the chakra. Come on, man. Let's go. That's it. That's it. I added on to that, Sharonda. That's it. She said it's the center. Yes. See, when your chakras is off, that's when things are out of balance. In order for you to have balance, your chakras got to be right. Come on, man. You need incense. Get your incense right, man. Yes, all of that. Listen to some rain and something. And it's funny, but like I'm laughing, but this is the type of stuff that people do to center themselves because when you are centered, you're stable. Whoa. All right, that was good. That was see, and these analogies help you to understand what it is that you're actually looking for when you look at the market. It's crazy. Like this really applies to what we're doing all day. That's it. Look what Bilal said. You got to wait for the market chakras to be realigned. That's right. That's right. And this is what the market does. Leanne, yes, and your focus, absolutely. And yeah, the market is stable right now. Yes, it is. So, all right. So this is a good example. This is a good example. What happens when the market stabilizes, right? We know that after, excuse me, the market stabilizes, that it needs to do something. What does it need to do next? Bingo. Get into position. See that? This is balance. This is balance. When the market gets into position, what else needs to happen? Exactly. It needs to be harmonious, needs to sync up. Synchronization, balance. This is all we're doing. We're watching and observing until the market is in balance. Till it's balanced. Everything about the market. See, and what happens is people try to look at the individual things without the core in the middle. You trade in fast or slow markets. You're applying parameters to try to get into trades. What you're missing is the foundation, the core. You need stability before either one of them happens. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What phase do you stay in until the market is actually stable? What phase are you in? And this is a 301 question. See who pays attention. What phase do you remain in until phase 2? Look at what Bilal just said. You stay in phase 1. You see? Until the chakra is right, you stay put. Observation. That's it. That's it. Stay away phase. Yes. Ramon, when everything is in balance, the panorama of the market is clear as day. The panorama. I like that. And yes, Leanne, exactly. She said in that order. Yes. See, so you can see how far away you are from phase 3 if you're in phase 1. If you're still in the environment phase, just seeing what environment you're in, you ain't nowhere near phase 3 yet. You ain't even in phase 2 until you confirm the environment that you're in. All right, we're in an accelerated environment. All right, cool. We're in a fast market. All right. Well, is it stable? Phase 2. We're in a slow market. All right, cool. Well, is it stable? Phase 2. You see, it doesn't matter what environment it is. the question becomes phase two. That's the question always. Is it stable? Oh, it's not stable. We need to observe until it is. Once we see that it is, phase three unfolds. What are the parameters doing? Distance. The consistency of the speed. What do you think 1 MP is? Market could be moving fast and it'll do 1 MP. And what I'm saying is that it looks like it's moving fast when it's really moving consistently. Right, it's giving you the time. Exactly. So you see how, this is why I keep reiterating that just because we discuss acceleration now, nothing changes. The protocol is the exact same. It's the same. So you don't have to be afraid of the environment, because the environment is not the problem. The market being slow or fast, that ain't the problem. The question always comes up that you must ask is it stable? Oh, it ain't stable. Guess what? You can see it not stable whether it's slow or fast. And you sit there in phase two until it stabilizes. So I'm going to tell you what happens over time. Over time, you just become recognition of stability. Listen to me. The whole purpose of MRMH is permission. Well, what gives you permission? The market being stable gives you permission. What's the most important part of MRMH? MH. What's MH? Stability. Oh, so, yeah, exactly. What happens when you have a beautiful, valid setup, but the behavior's not there? Is that MRMH? Nope. Oh. So you can have a valid setup without stability and it not be MRMH. But you can't have a valid setup and the market ain't stable and it is MH. It is MRMH, excuse me. Oh, starting to make sense now. See? The key is always present. Stability has to be there, period. There will be many times when the market is stable and no trade comes. What do? Nothing. You don't do anything. You continue to observe. That's it. So you see how every aspect of the skill set plays its role and plays its position. Patience plays its position. Discipline plays its position. Y'all understand what I'm saying? These are the things you need. They call these crazy. I just read what you wrote. I need some ice water. She's crazy. Talking about looking up peers. Oh, stop it. Yes, and that's very important. Shani said, I refuse to let sitting tight frustrate me. Come on now. You know how important that is? Just wait. That's it, yeah. That's everybody talking about snack time. Yogurt parfait on deck. Come on. Come on. Yo, I saw some Lay's got a new chip. It's jalapeno cheddar. I gotta try that. I gotta try that one. Doritos, Fritos, or Cheetos. Oh man. Fart City. Jamal, be okay with it being okay to wait. Yes. Yes, because it ain't nothing but money and waiting. That's how, see, that's how the trade comes. The trade comes when you wait for it. This is another reason why when you do the studies force you to develop patience. Because it's an observation. You're recording and you're observing at the same time. I don't even think I had meant to post. I meant to post like 3 times tonight, and I didn't post any. I don't think I posted at all. But I had 3 different videos I had one to post, and I ain't post none of them. I don't think. I was eating. I forgot. But I'm gonna do a study in the morning when I get up, because the studies are important. Studies are very important. What the studies do is force you to be disciplined. Period. Yep. And discipline is a part of the skill set. That's what we do. Oh, that's a good one, Rob. You said Hers Honey Barbecue? Absolutely. Yes, sir. All the foodies coming now. Leanne, if you wait, you make money, but do the opposite and get powder slapped. That's right. That's a fact. Yep, that is a fact. Market will tear you up. All right, let's observe this. We'll do a little exercise here. Let's observe. This is going to turn into a question. Let's see what question I want to even ask. Okay, here's the question on this one. Is the market ranging? Okay, very good. Everyone says yes. Was the market stable? Very good. What was the first indication of instability present? First indication of instability. Bilal said speed burst. And who said the wick? Sadiq, Leanne. Ooh, here we go. Come on, Sharonda. Go ahead, girl. Yes. Now look. And Liza, very good. Excellent. Wobble. Now, what is wobble an example of the market being? The market being blank creates wobble. Yes. Indecision. Now, don't we talk about indecision when the market is faster? Like when it's accelerated? We talk about that too, right? You just saw an example of indecision when the market is slow. Slow and ranging. See? Indecision. So this is what this does for us. Excuse me. It lets you know that yes, the market is slow, yes, the market is in the range, but it is still indecisive, which is why even though it could have been in position and then set up, it didn't. It didn't set up because the movement was still indecisive. Make sense? That's powerful, man. So indecision always lets you know that the market is still in what? Still in what? Transition. There we go. Very good. And yes, Leanne said it could still be a flip. Exactly. 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 Y'all look good, man. Y'all pretty good, I must say. I must say, y'all pretty good, man. You must have an awesome teacher. Your teacher must be the shit, man. I must tell you. No, I'm kidding. No, but y'all are very, very good, man. Like these are nuances, like that you can only know because your skill level is high enough for you to understand what you're looking at. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Shamanda. I go from the pastor to the sheave. Oh man. Yeah, and I'm what? Yeah, I like that. I like that, Shamanda. I know. That's why I said it like that. Yes. Because said that's why you're doing so well. But that's none of my business. Amen. Leanne said you could be both. Let's go. I like that. Dude B. That's hard. Who said it's the recordings for me? Somebody said that. Oh, that was Jay Carly. Yeah. Yeah. Jamal said, like a relationship, never get in an unstable one. Yes. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm Don DeMarco tonight. I'm Don DeMarco. And I'm definitely focused, man. I'm focused, man. No, but I definitely appreciate that. Yeah, this is what makes all of this time that we put into this worthwhile for me. The fact that you guys elevate and really, really know what you're doing. And it's so funny too. A lot of you don't realize that you're doing it already. But you see this is what happens when you're being conditioned. When you're being conditioned, you don't know. You see, you're just going through the process. You don't know yet. No poppycock. Poppycock. Oh man. They sure don't. And the OGs just sitting back smiling with pride as we are still elevating as well. Yes. 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 It's a beautiful thing, man. Telling you what. See, like this is what it's all about, man. And it's why I keep giving. The more I give, the more I get. And then every time I get it, I give it again. I give it back. That's crazy. I just realized, I'm like, see, this is why it's never going to stop. Never going to stop. Yes, look what Ramon said. They realize now the elevation don't stop in TA. All facts. Yeah, what you got on your mind? Sheesh. Oh, snap. She said he asked. I'm going to stay out of that one. Oh, snap. Yep, I'm going. Pew. Oh, my goodness. That is funny. Yeah, definitely don't realize how well you're doing. That's why I like to speak on it. Because, I mean, you guys are really, really doing remarkable. Like, for real. Nah, don't scroll up, man. Don't scroll up. Stay right there. Don't scroll. All right, we're going to look at this one. Let's observe. All right, so let's see what's going on here. Ah, it's look a little different now. Like it might back up though. Yeah, it's gonna back up. All right, let me not even. Still not quite there. Still not quite there. All right, so tell me what I just looked at and what happened. Y'all tell me. Tell me what I just looked at and describe what took place. And I'll box it in. This one right here. What just happened there? Liza says DQ. Ramon said, thinking of a cereal. Very good. Shavonda, you just looked at the market still transitioning. Excellent. Excellent. Very good. Sadiq, it did reverse. Yes, it did. Now, Liza said something very interesting. Liza said DQ. Is she right? This is good. She said DQ. Is she correct? Bilal, you sure? She is correct. She is correct. Now, out of all the binaries thus far that I observed, that was the first one where parameters were applied. Why? Why were parameters applied? Come on, Nico. It was in position. You also had pricing. You also had a +1, but then something happened. What happened? What happened after the +1? Boom. Back tick. And that back tick was the DQ. So this is good because you get a chance to see how the parameters were unfolding at first until they invalidated. See, this is why this is so good. Because typically we're just looking at the behavior to see if the market is stable or not. Now, the market is stabilizing, and we know that we're in transition. So when it positions itself here, we're looking to see if the parameters unfold. Because if they do unfold and then the market holds, we call that something. What we call that? If parameters unfold and then the market holds at the end, what we call that? That's permission all day. That's it. MRMH. MRMH. So you see why it's so important to observe until you get permission. Whoa. This is good stuff. And Jermaine, it wasn't even the timing of behavior being off because it happened early. It didn't happen towards the end. But yes, the timing is off, but it wasn't off the way that we normally would see it, where it looked like it was good up until 10 seconds, 5 seconds left, like that. Like this one DQ'd early by the back tick. And we were only applying parameters because they were unfolding. You're following me, right? Listen to what I just said. We were applying parameters because they were unfolding. Again, something we're not doing, something the market is doing. And you see how it was automatic? It was automatic. I didn't even think about it. Yep. Leanne, didn't see the back tick though. I was focused on the position. So Leanne, what conclusion did you come to when you said that you was focused on the position? Like it was going to reverse. Why? Why did you feel like that? The time and then how it was moving. Okay, very good. Got you. So in other words, you would just focus more on the market movement. I understand. All right, excellent. Very good. Very good. Ramon said when it's in sync, the time and the behavior is actually accurate. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because it will hold. Yep. Liza, this is why we look at the indicative price intently. Yes. Yes, the market is always the focus. And you're looking to see the market make its way into stability. Because what happens now is, as the market is stabilizing, it's becoming stable when it's in transition, right? Once it becomes stable, and then that syncs up with position and pricing, etc., what you'll see is the parameters unfold because the market is positioned at the right time. Whoa. Listen to what I just said. The market's positioned properly at the right time, meaning with the right behavior. And the parameters unfold. Why? Because it's also synced up. That's the balance right there. That's the chakras lining up. And it's something that you see. You understand? Like, it's not something we do. It's something we see the market do. So what the market is doing is it ultimately will present us with the permission first, which is the MRMH, right, in the slow condition. And once we have permission, that's the market's way of saying I'm stable, and I might do that again. Meaning I'll line our position again at this time, now that I'm stable. This represents the right time if this trade unfolds. And then that's how you get the follow-through trades. And the market will do that however often or whenever, or if it decides to do it, or it may not decide to do it. It doesn't matter. Our job is to always see it when it happens. And you only do that because you're learning how to observe so that you know when the time is right for it to happen. In the process of that, you're also learning what the time looks like when it's not right. You see? You know what that looks like too. Period. How much weight do you give the 130 to 1 minute? The more I observe, the more I see a mirror in the last 30 seconds of the binary. If the 130 to 1 reverses, 30 to 0 usually does too. The 130 to 1 should set the stage for commitment leading up to the final minute. Thus, the stability carries through the last. That is very possible. It's not something that is always the case, though. But that is, I understand why you would do that. And I would say that it's something that you're seeing and that you're picking up on. That's why you even mentioned it. It's something that you have become sensitive to seeing, which is good. But just remember that that's not always the case. And these are things that the market is revealing to you. Because the market is showing you what it is. Yep. But that's very good, Nigo. Very good. What that is more in tune with is the actual condition that the market is in. And you're seeing the timing of the movement just throughout the binary. You start to pick up on little things like that. But the one thing I never want you to do is to try to curve fit it. And you don't mean to do that, but sometimes you end up doing that. And that's what I always want to make sure we don't do. But that's pretty good, though. J. Carly, as you're learning, you're going to see many things. Yes. Yes, you are. He said all time frames in sync. And when the behavior lines up and is stable, that is the equivalent of that. Because all time frames represent now. Whoa. Now represents every time frame. Hold up. What did he say? You heard what I said? Now represents every time frame. Man, oh man. Yeah, see, Yeah, Ramon said you don't want to end up being set up by the market. And you know, I'm like at the point now where I have so much respect for the market. I don't even blame the market for people getting slapped. You know why? Because it's people's lack of understanding of the market that is the reason that they get slapped. It's not the market. The market don't pick you out like, hey, I'm gonna slap you. The market is just being a market all the time. Look at what Bilal just said. Getting slapped is a choice. It is. See, so the less you know about the market, the more you increase your chances of that, because you are going to miss something that the market is showing you. And the market is always showing you what it's showing you. That's what I'm saying. It don't know that you're there. It's not like, hey, I see Bilal is trading. I'm gonna get him today. The market is not doing that. The market don't know that nobody's there. Like the market is looking for you. Like, hey, yeah, Leanne, yeah, she tried to get me the other day. I'm gonna get her today though. Nah. Yes, that's why we're being trained and conditioned. Absolutely. I know, right? That might get slippery. Wait, pause. Hold up, pause. Disregard I just said that. Lord. Yeah, submit. Absolutely. I knew that was coming, Shawnee. See, it's all Jay Carly's fault. All right, it's time for the benediction. Jeez. Let me bring on the elder. And that's a fact. The submitted ones have the power. Yes. That is a fact. Yes, it is time for the benediction. Yes. Yes, it is. Somebody said the sister board, the deacon board. Yeah, y'all are crazy.
Y'all
Elder?
Funny. Yeah, y'all are funny. Y'all are funny. See? Y'all are funny. Oh, y'all are funny.
Insanity.
Nah, I love all of y'all. Sincerely, I do. Okay, so I was doing some thinking throughout the weekend and listening to 301 on repeat over and over again. And the thing that kept playing over and over in my mind was these words, in your head. So I'm gonna say some things we know this, in your head. Click the mouse in your what? In your head. Winning trades starts first in your head. They start in your head. If you can see it in your head, you can see it in the tangible. Anything that we see now in front of us was first in somebody's head. So if you can see it in your head, you can see it in the tangible. Watch first, observe. Watch and observe the same thing. The trade winning in your head first, you will be able to see it manifest physically for you. So observe it in your head first. See, some of us watch 301 and observe it on 301. Watch 301 and we look at the market. Well, you can see it playing in your head. If you could take a snapshot of the pair that you're with and play it over and over again in your head, what Mark says in 301, you'll see it manifest physically. Doing this will help remove any fear of trading, because it's all in your head. Well, I can't do that because it's in my head. My head says I can't do it. So number one, CMRMH, watch it win in your head. Let me say it again. CMRMH, watch it win in your head. Number two, CMRMH, take it and win. CMRMH, take it and win. Here's my question to you tonight. Did the first MRMH win? That's a trick question. Let those who have ears to hear, let them hear. Y'all have a good evening.
Mic drop. Good night.